Hey everybody, this is Marcus. So let's talk about WrestleMania Night 1, Night 2, and of course we'll talk about WWE and UFC merging with Endeavor. And of course, Vince McMahon is back in charge in creative, and that doesn't look good. Now, of course, we do know it's Vince McMahon's company. He's able to do everything that he sees fit to it. He's basically the Walt Disney of pro wrestling, especially in the modern times too, though. So, as much as I definitely enjoy Vince's creativity, especially over the years when I was little, all the way up towards the Attitude Era, I know that his recent creativity, especially with what wrestling is doing now these days with the modern era, he's pretty much lost touch with that, though. So, but we're going to get into all this and more. First of all, we're going to talk about Night 1. I thought WrestleMania Night 1 was actually awesome. Like, the entire card and all the matches were definitely incredible. I definitely enjoyed the main event with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the Usos. And, of course, Team KO, or KO Zania as I called them, they actually became the new undisputed Universal Champion. So, it's pretty awesome. It definitely had a feel-good moment. Sammy's wife was out there. KO's family was out there as well. Everybody was celebrating. I got emotional, even teary-eyed, seeing the guys pull it off. Two awesome Canadian guys pulling off the victory. The W was pretty cool. Night 2, however, could have been a lot better for sure. I know for sure Bianca Belair versus Asuka, and then Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns didn't really get the outcome that I thought it was going to be. As much as I enjoyed Bianca's run, I actually did think that Asuka was going to get the W for that, because she's right now 0-4 in WrestleMania for sure, though, especially since she actually got her first loss against Charlotte when Asuka lost her undefeated streak. For the time when she came from NXT to the main roster, she was still undefeated, but since losing the streak, Asuka hasn't really gained any momentum since then, though. And then we got Cody versus Roman for the Undisputed Championship. A lot of people were actually banking on Cody to actually pull off the W, but thanks to Roman's enforcer, Solo Sikoa, it didn't actually happen. So Roman retained his title. And then I think it's going to set up to where Cody's going to get his rematch eventually. But that's where the Raw after WrestleMania comes in. So, of course, just to make the long story short, basically what had happened was Brock Lesnar came out. He was supposed to tag team with Cody to go up against Roman and Solo. But the unthinkable happened. Well, I wouldn't call it unthinkable. It's Brock Lesnar. I mean, he's never been much of a team player, though. But he got Cody, F5'd him, and then beat the crap out of him since then, though. So I think it's setting up a feud between Cody and Brock eventually, too. I think Cody's going to go through hurdles to pretty much tell his story again and to get back into title contention, though. So I think all of this is pretty much going to set forth, I believe, for SummerSlam, but we still got time for that, though. So, but, of course, Monday afternoon, we actually got information that Vince McMahon actually sold his company to Endeavor. He's actually partnering with UFC to do cross promotions with Endeavor. And of course, a lot of UFC stars have actually made transitions from UFC to WWE. Ken Shamrock did it back during the Attitude Era, the late 90s, where he actually went from MMA to WWE. And then Ronda Rousey, the first female to actually do that too, she was the one that crossed over from UFC to WWE as well, though. Cain Velasquez, even Shayna Baszler, Ronda's partner, did the exact same thing, though. So a lot of UFC fighters have practically tried wrestling to go from mixed martial arts to wrestling. A lot of them have actually tried that. And I'm not quite for sure how they're going to go about this, or how I feel, actually. I know some fans aren't really too happy with what Vince is doing, coming back to creative. Even though I've mentioned this many times, some people even felt like he forced his way back despite the allegations that was going up against him. He fought it through, and pretty much that's what happened, though. And then, of course, him being a shareholder of the company, he could have just sat back and, hey, let Triple H, Stephanie, Nick Khan, whoever, do their thing, because fans were actually pleased with that. And a lot of people weren't too excited about his return and everything like that, though. But you can pretty much tell, especially Monday night on Raw, how you can practically see how things were pretty much going towards Vinceism, as they call it, though. So I don't know if Triple H or Vince McMahon are taking turns on the headsets or who actually getting their creative input. But Triple H did say in the intro to Monday Night Raw that they weren't going anywhere, though. So that could mean a lot of things. It could mean that, despite Vince being back in charge, things are still going to be the same. But again, I'm not going to know for sure, though. I enjoy Triple H's run as creative in charge. I think it's fresh, and Triple H actually understands the fans compared to Vince, who's basically stuck in his ways, though. During the Attitude Era and the 80s and the 90s, maybe early 2000s, Vince was pretty cool. But then you think about the fact that a lot of women are not going to get any more opportunities to have more TV time like what Triple H was doing. And on top of that, a couple of them are even talking about leaving WWE, like Bayley and Asuka, for example. They actually put out their tweets saying that they were done. Now, if that's actually true or not, it hasn't really been confirmed just yet, but we do know what happened to Sasha Banks and Naomi. It was any indication of what those two women did, and especially what Sasha's doing right now in New Japan, I think eventually she's going to cross over to AEW and wrestle with them eventually, because AEW and New Japan have a partnership anyway, along with Impact. So, but there's other options out there too, though, especially for people who don't want to work for Vince McMahon. There are other wrestling companies out there as well. You got Impact Wrestling, AEW, the two companies I mentioned, New Japan Pro Wrestling, GCW. There's so much wrestling content out there for other guys to pretty much, guys and girls, to go out there and to pretty much earn a living and to do what they love. But again, of course, the partnership actually goes back to Vince McMahon. He's partnering with Ari Emanuel with Endeavor. So what this mean, I'm not quite for sure. Are we going to see more MMA stars, MMA fighters crossing over to WWE? It'll be interesting. Like I said, to give you guys my opinion and my voice of reason, I don't think Vince McMahon is going to be in charge that much. But then again, I'm not holding it out anyway, though. So, but I think the way they're pushing it, it just depends on how things are going to go. For example, I know Corey used the term medical facility, Corey Graves from Raw. He actually used medical facility instead of being in the hospital and everything, though. So hopefully none of the commentators will lose their spark or their energy because of Vince McMahon. I know obviously the scripts were changed too at the last minute too, though. So that definitely has Vince McMahon written all over it, though. But, as a proponent of wrestling and women's wrestling too, I definitely want the girls to have more TV time. But I also don't want to see implosion either, though. But again, Vince McMahon is considered to be the Walt Disney of pro wrestling. No ifs, ands, but about it. He has the final say on everything. That's his company. And there's obviously he doesn't feel remorse about the allegations too, though, So, and I think last time I checked, I believe him and Vince, I think he and Linda McMahon are separated. They haven't officially divorced or anything like that, though. I guess he just want to make a publicity stunt out of it, though. So, but, as a wrestling fan, I kind of was actually happy with Triple H being involved, and I definitely don't want to see content being destroyed, but I also have concerns as well, though. But I think that the way things are going right now, as a voice of reason here, I don't think we have anything to worry about. It may not be as bad as it looks, you guys. I mean, why will Vince get back into creative after everything he's been through, with the allegations and the backlash? But of course, it's Vince McMahon we're talking about, so he's not going to pretty much care about that at all, though. So, but you know what, you guys? I'm going to put the link in the bottom description of Endeavor, the article about WWE UFC merger with Endeavor. I'll put the link down there for you guys to check out. But I am concerned, but then I think it should be okay regardless, though. I think we have nothing to worry about if Vince comes back. If Vince is back, though. But whether he has his hands creatively, we'll see, though. But usually the Raw, SmackDown, or NXT after Mania is always exciting. But there wasn't really that much of an excitement on Monday night, though, other than, of course, you know, it was cool seeing Matt Riddle coming back, but he's feuding with The Miz, though. But we didn't get any particular call-ups from NXT to come to Raw. But then there's SmackDown Friday night, too, though, so we'll see how that happens, though. But we do know that I think ever since Carmelo Hayes beat Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship, I think that Braun is going to get his rematch clause to face Melo again. And on top of that, you know, Charlotte Flair is supposed to be taking a break right now from wrestling. And I believe she's supposed to be entering her bodybuilding contest, actually, though. So, hey, she's a Flair. And if she's taking time off, that's cool, too. I mean, she just recently took time off. And now she's going to do it again because she just got married to Andrade Almas, who's in AEW currently, though. So, we'll see. Charlotte Flair is awesome. I think Rhea Ripley is an awesome champion, too, though. So, we'll see how it definitely goes, too. Like, Rhea Ripley at the Judgment Day, I think she's doing a really great job, too. So, we'll see how their run's going to go, though. But honestly, guys, like I said, we'll see what happens with this merger. I kind of knew the Saudi Arabia deal wasn't going to go through regardless, though. So, I know a lot of people wouldn't be happy about that, though. But as far as the merger with Endeavor goes, we'll have to see how it goes. I mean, it's definitely a new season, a new beginning in pro wrestling, well, especially in WWE's case for sure, though. So, but we'll see how it goes, you guys. But let me know what you guys think at the bottom down in the comments down below. And like I said, I enjoyed WrestleMania. I thought Night 1 was awesome. Night 2 could have been a lot better. Everybody was actually begging for Cody Rhodes to win, but I think if Cody did win, it definitely would have catapulted that for sure. It would have been another feel-good moment, which I believe most fans were going for anyway. So, and I love Cody Rhodes. Cody's my favorite wrestler. I work out to Kingdom from Downstraight, so it's my favorite song. I sing it all the time, so it's definitely the best for sure, though. So, but we'll see how it goes, especially with this new merger, you guys, though. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And again, I'm going to put the link in the bottom description from the article that's about WWE, UFC, merger with Endeavor. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank y'all so much for supporting my channel. And for those who are new to my channel, make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications whenever I drop a video. We're going to always keep this thing rolling, you guys. So, but yeah, a lot of people, well, especially YouTubers, been talking about this, and they're not happy about this at all. Been talking to my friends about it, they're not happy either. So we'll have to see how this goes, you guys, though. But I love y'all so much. Thank you for everything. Love each other, be good to each other. You guys are the best. I love y'all. Excelsior. I'll catch you guys in the next one.